We're going to sit down cross-legged on our mats on the floor. So take your time to get down there. If cross-legged isn't within your vocabulary today, you can do soles of the feet together. You can have your legs out here if you really need to. Okay, we're putting the band back underneath our shoulder blades and underneath our armpits. I'm going to take a bit of breathing now. So take this little crab pinchy hold and to start off with, just really keeping the band just a little bit tight, sitting up as tall as you can. Your feet, I've got mine like this because my knees don't want to cross today, but you can have your ankles crossed if you prefer. Okay, so we're just breathing to start off with. So if you want to, close your eyes for breathing. Breathe in through the nose, and as we breathe out, you're just going to pull your band just slightly forwards, breathing out. Breathe in again, you're just going to let those arms, elbows come back. And breathe out, forwards. And two more of these, breathing in. And breathing out. We know when we breathe out, we've got to focus on pulling that abdominal wall backwards, pulling up the pelvic floor muscles. Last one, breathing out as you press forward and breathing in as we come back. We're going to add in that little spine movement that we were doing earlier. So as we breathe out and push the arms forwards, we're also going to curl over, upper back, curls over, curl over. Now as we breathe in, come up and open out those arms to the side. And then we're going to make a W with the arms. And we bring it back, start all over again. And again, down, open out, breathing in, W with the arms. So drop those elbows into your waist, and then bring the hands forwards. Two more. Breathing out. Breathing in. Open up. Elbows into a W. Lovely W's, everybody. Last time. I promise. So we're going to move out of this position. And W. And bring it in. Okay, we'll pop the band to one side. I don't think we need this band again, so you can pop it somewhere away. And now just bring your legs sort of in front of you, apart, bent. Your hands supporting you so you're comfortable. So we're comfortable enough to just start rocking from bottom buttock cheek to buttock, and just rocking, trying to roll those legs within your hips at the same time. So we're rolling, just getting a bit of mobility in that hip, pelvis area. Okay, just a few more of those. And okay, let's stay with the legs over to your right. And then just kind of bend and fold them in a little bit more, like a little mermaid sitting on her rock here. So you've got your right hand supporting your weight, your left hand is going to come up. We're going to bend that elbow down to the floor as we reach over. And now we are looking like gorgeous mermaids sitting on the rock. All we need to do is comb our hair now. And off we go. And elbow down, reaching over, coming back. Let's do two more of those, up and over. Reaching, coming back. And that last one, up and over, good, 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 looking great. And coming back. Okay, top leg, you're just going to push it a little bit backwards. Okay, so we've got the zigzag leg position. Left arm out at the side. We're going to push your left hip bone to a diagonal, reaching. Push that left hip bone forwards. Then sink it back down. So you're trying to get your bottom back down onto the mat. And then lift it away, lift that hip, and push it back. So it's all about the mobility in that hip. So you've got really good mobility there. And back, last one, on this side. Looking great. And back. Okay, let's do that on the other side. Should we have a quick rock? Let's do this again, just a couple of times. Just rocking from side to side. And then we can stay over to the left. Make your little mermaid position. Bringing the right arm up. Bending over. If this position is uncomfortable, by all means, find a different one that's a little bit more suitable for you to work today. Two more, up and over, and back, and that last one, up and over, reaching through, and back. Top leg sweeps back a little bit, right arm is out to the side, we're reaching to the other diagonal, pushing your right hip bone forwards, and pulling it back. And again, forwards and back. So tipping the pelvis, tipping it forwards, tipping it back. And that last one, tipping it forwards and tipping it back. Great. Let's swivel your legs to whichever side you want to be. So if you're lying down, you've got your head in the right position. Make sure you've got your weights handy, because they're going to come into our hands any second now. Rolling down. Find your supine position on your mat. So thinking about position of your spine, the position of your pelvis. Can you separate those vertebrae anymore? Can your shoulders be any more spread out? Your shoulder blades any flatter on the mat? Grab your weights, one in each hand. First exercise, we're just holding the weights above our chest or above your shoulders. And we're taking leg slides with alternate legs. So we'll slide one leg out, connecting the core and bringing it back. Slide it in and out and in. Exhale as you slide out. Inhale to bring it back. And exhale, slide. Inhale, bring it back. And exhale, slide. And inhale, bring it back. Bring your weights down to the floor. And now from here, when we slide our right leg, we're going to lift our left weight up to that position. And when we bring it back, it's going to come back down. So we're doing these little swaps. Sliding and lifting the weight. Sliding it back. Guiding it down. Lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And just that last one. Slide and lift. And lower. Keep your weights down on the floor. We're bringing the legs into a little thigh arc or a little tabletop position and back down. And thigh, leg, that's it, and back down. So it's a real deep flexion of the hip, bringing your thigh towards your chest and down, and one more. Okay, so let's see if we can add in the opposite arm to leg here as well. As you lift your right leg, left arm. So similar process to the leg slides, but just a different movement with the leg. 2. And putting those feet down Each time you're putting your feet back down exactly where you peeled them away and form. Okay, we're going to try to up our game a tiny bit here. So we go opposite arm to leg. Now while we're here, we're going to extend the leg forwards and the arm a little bit backwards. Then we're going to come back to that previous position and then come down. And we're swapping arms and swapping legs. Up, diagonal lines or reaches away, back and down, and up, reach away. You've just got to do one more of these, everybody, and down, and up, and reach away, and bring it back, and pop it down. Okay, you decide if your weights are light enough for you to do arm circles with your arms, with your weights in your hands, or if you want to do them without your weights, just leave your weights down and do your arm circles without your weights. Okay, so we're doing 4 arm circles. 1, and round, and 2, and round, and 3, and round. Big arm circles. 4, either with your weights or without. Let's take them the other way, and 1. So we're spinning round the sides and then they're coming down the middle. Out, round, down the middle. And now, if you don't have your weights in your hands, I want you to bring them into your hands from now and bring them up so they're over your chest. We're taking a little abdominal prep exercise. Your weights will help you to curl up here, so your weights are helpful in this situation. The heavier the weights, the more helpful they're going to be. We're taking your hands and your arms and your weights towards your knees and curling your body up to look between your legs and then back down, just so that your weights are floating over your shoulders, nowhere else. And again, breathe out, try to curl up those abs. Breathe in back. Just 2 more. So you'll really we're only doing not very many repetitions, so you'll really do them as well as we can, each one as well as we can. Okay, good. Down with the weights, you can just bend your elbows, put them down onto the floor, and let's just push them away. Open your arms out to the side, keep your feet apart, knees and feet apart, and we're going to rock those knees like we did when we were sitting up before we did the mermaid. So similar, lying on your back, you might find it a bit more of a pleasurable experience. And you might be able to get a bit more sort of rotation than you could sitting up. Just another 1 or 2 of those. It's always good little exercise to do. We'll do the same thing with your legs and your feet and your knees together, rocking this time from buttock to buttock. So we're really tipping over. Your shoulders stay flat, your shoulder blades stay flat, but one buttock is definitely coming away from the floor and then coming back down, away from the floor, and in that nice twist in the waist this time. You can close your eyes. Quite often just have my eyes closed. Once you know what you're doing, it's quite nice just to zone in on that. Coming back to center, we can take those feet just hip width apart or sit bone distance apart. I want you to just roll your head now. Rolling your head from side to side. It's just a little moment of active recovery. We're going into some more core strengthening exercises, weight bearing. So take it easy whilst we can. And that last little head roll. And back to center. So we'll need to come to 4-point kneeling, so we can do a little rock and roll up to sitting, however you can get up. Yes, or roll onto your side, get up, flip ourselves over into that 4-point kneeling. Yeah, and if you need to just change where your head is on the mat. Also have your weights handy, at least one weight we'll need handy here. How are we doing for time? Good. Okay, so let's do what we're going to do without the weight, and then you can consider whether you're going to do it with the weight or not. Take one, let's all take our right leg behind. That leg is going to stay there, and left arm in front. You're going to lift the arm 4 times. 1, just keeping the leg where it is, and 2. And 3, maybe this week we do it without the weight, and another week we do it with the weight, and 4. Put your arm down, lift your leg, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Can you guess what's coming? Arm out again, and both. 1. Just 4 times. 2. Your right arm, right wrist is getting a good strengthening moment here, and 4. Okay, whoa. I think that was enough without the weight, don't you? All right, let's go on to the other side. It's 4, 4, and 4. Doesn't sound very much, but it's quite powerful, isn't it? Okay, leg out, arm out. Just the arm first, reaching. If anybody wants to do it with their weight, you can do it with your weight. I'll do it with the weight just to show you that it can be done. 3 and 4. Okay, then the leg. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Anyone joining me with the weight? And 1 and 2 and 3 and that final 1, 4. Oh, I don't know whether we're going to have time to do our little band today. Back into child's pose, everybody. Oh, Denise says, what a shame. Okay. In that child pose, take a breath. Bottom to heels, we're still continuing. Little bit of wrist work, upper body, weight bearing. So bear with it, and then we will chill and relax for the last 5 minutes, I promise. Coming back to your 4-point kneeling. Let's do this little rocking forwards and backwards, challenging the flexion of your wrist joints, your knee joint, your hip joint, your shoulder joints. Rocking forwards and back. Okay, getting some mobility into those wrists whilst you're bearing weight. So strengthening for the bones. And just the last one here. Okay. Back we come. Tuck your toes. This is the real weight bearing moment. Lifting those knees, hovering, holding for 1 or 2 breaths, or no breaths, however many breaths, and then lower, soften down. Take another breath. Let's do it one more time. See if we can get up to 3 or 4 breaths here. Holding those knees, pressing those hands into the floor, tummy button pulling up. little bear sort of position. One more breath. Woohoo! Finished on a hard one. And good. Okay. Back onto your heels in that child's pose. Have we got one more in us? I think we can just do this one to finish off with. So in your child's pose, reach your hands far forward as you can. And we're coming through a cat curl in the spine. Putting those thighs in a slightly diagonal line, your thigh bones in a diagonal line. One little bend of your elbows, one stretch, rock back. 3 more times. Through your cat. Into this sort of semi-plank. One press and pull back. 2 more times. If you need to rest, you just rest in child pose. Or you do a few cats and cows instead. And back. Last one, everybody. Up we go. Ah. Save the best for last. And woohoo. Okay. Let's come back to lying on our backs. Lying down. We don't have time to do the little band, so I'll do that another day. Maybe next week. We'll miss out a section here. Okay, let's have a nice hug of your right thigh into your chest. First of all, with your left leg just bent and on the mat. Make sure as you're doing this that you haven't twisted over to your right, that shoulders are still sitting nice and square to each other, hips are nice and square. Take a couple of deep breaths, just holding that thigh into your chest. Now let's slowly just stretch that left leg out along the mat. Reaching forward. Breathing nice and deep. Going into a little stretch sequence to finish. Okay, hook your hands underneath your knee rather than holding it on top. And we're unfolding the lower leg and bending. And unfold and bend. You unfold it until you feel a little bit of tightness in the back of your thigh. Remember, this is a sort of cool down, so we're not really going too heavy on ourselves here. Just quite nice gentle stretch. We've all got our right leg, holding our right leg, so hold the top of your right knee with your left hand, and we're going to cross that knee over the other side of our body, right the way over. And just stay there for a breath or two. You can look the opposite way to the way your knee is looking, so you can be looking over your right arm, or you could just be looking straight up. Okay, as we come back, we're going to cross that right foot, we're going to bend the left leg, and cross that right foot into a figure of 4, and now press with your right hand. Well, a lot of rights and lefts going on here. Press your thigh away. Again, just check in with your hips, your shoulders, your spine. Make sure that that's all in the appropriate position. And just breathing in and out a couple of times. And then we've got those, I think it's 4 little things to do on the other side. Okay, right leg down to the floor, keeping it bent to start off with as we hug that left knee in. Let's just check posture, check everything, get that folded thigh, slowly extend your leg along the floor. And hold here for a couple of breaths. Pulling your knee, your thigh towards your chest. Working the flexion in the hip. Okay, putting your hands underneath your knee so we can unfold that leg and bend it. And unfold it and bend it. Try to find a little bit of a stretch, not too intense, just a bit. 3, just one more, 4. Keep it bent, your right hand comes out, hooks over your knee and pulls your knee over to your right. Taking a breath, nice deep breaths, still engaging the core. And then finally, let's go into that figure of 4. Bending your right leg, popping your left foot over, and just pressing it away. You can physically push it away with your hand, or you can just sort of try to lever it round with your muscles in your legs. Whichever feels good. Nice deep breath. Okay, coming back to, let's do a little frog leg position for our breathing today. So soles of the feet are coming together, knees are out at the sides, and we'll put our palms of our hands on our rib cage with our fingers pointing inwards towards the center of your rib cage. Drop those shoulders, make sure the back of your neck is nice and long. Settle in. And then we're taking these deep breaths. We're trying to feel the rib cage as you breathe in, pressing against the palms of your hands. And as you breathe out, you're going to press with your palms of your hands, just very slightly, try to close that rib cage and think of all of that energy going right in towards your belly button or just underneath your belly button. Don't forget to pull up those pelvic floor muscles at the same time. Just breathing in and out just a few more times. Bring up the pelvic floor as we breathe out, breathing in, releasing it, and let's take one last breath, everybody. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just feeling that energy going right the way into the center of your body, that connection there. And then just bring your arms back down to the floor, bring your knees back down to relaxation position, so that's here, yes, okay, just normal breathing, just a couple of deep breaths before we wake up and make our way up to sitting and then standing. Just normal breaths, however you would breathe. Okay, however you want to find your way up to sitting. So you might want to tip onto your side, give yourself a little push up. There we are.